Well, I know it's winter and I can tell because it's cold and wet, but people think it's not the time to sell. It's a great time to sell, let me assure you, from the point of view of getting a reasonable price for the property in a short time, because the buyers have got so few homes to look at. So make sure you go to toop.com.au to look at all of our new releases. But more importantly, when you come to an open inspection, a Toop salesperson should have an iPad and they should be on Virtual Agent, and make sure that you register. Because what we're doing is we're selling properties off market and we're starting to really ramp that up now. So people are hungry for new releases. If you want to hear about them way before anyone else, you have to register with us. Otherwise you're kind of basically getting the second or third run at it. So make sure you do that. Now in the studio with us, Anthony Keane, who's the Senior Editor at News Limited, nationally on Your Money. And we've got a couple more questions for you, Anthony.
No worries.
We're running a bit over time, but we won't worry about that. I really wanted to ask you about the impact, or first of all, with regard to the lead up to the election. Before an election, normally it goes dead quiet, nothing happens. 9 months lead up, do you think it's had any impact on the property market?
I don't think it has, because it's been such a long lead up. And also, I think if you listen to the polls, it's almost a dead certainty that the current government's going to lose this election unless something drastic happens. So I don't think it's having an impact purely because it's such a long time. Although, as Cameron did say, we've had a bit of a weakness in the last few months. Yeah.
So, from your point of view, that normal, period of 6 or 8 weeks that would be an election campaign, because it's 9 months. You just can't go into a hole for 9 months, can you?
That's exactly right. You're talking almost a year, really, 3/4 of a year. And I think what will be interesting is after the election, everyone's sort of saying, if the coalition sort of wins, that there might be a collective sigh of relief amongst the business community, the investment community. But if they do get in, they're inheriting a bit of a mess, but we heard before about the big budget deficits, and it's going to take a bit of pain for everyone to actually make it right again.
The only thing is, my experience, and it's over a long period of time with lots of these events, if people feel that there's something being done about it, they actually get confident, even though they'll take the bad news, and they'll just get on with it.
Yeah.
I think at the moment, they just got no idea where this government's going.
Yeah.
And for that really freaks them out. Whereas if they know, they'll take the medicine and they seem to become confident again. That's my experience.
Yeah, and you know what, I think you're probably right. If, as expected, we do have a new government, there will be more confidence. And you're right, no matter what the budget's saying, what the economy's doing, it's how people really feel as opposed to what the numbers are showing.
Yeah, and my take on it is, if I was buying a home, I'd be trying to do it before the election. But anyway, there's only one opinion. And now, there was a good question came through, an email came through about budgeting and any tips that you have, given your status, for dealing with, getting out of financial debt. You've got a mortgage, electricity bills are coming in, I know the rates have dropped, but if you're in a bit of stress, what are your tips?
I reckon there's a couple of key steps. Number one, find out exactly what you're spending your money on. So many people really have no idea where all these little expenses go, and you really need to write down everything that you spend for a few weeks or a month, just to get an idea of what you're spending and what are your needs and your wants. And when there's a lot of wants that we can get rid of, and my wife and I have done that in the last couple of months, and I reckon we've saved several $100s a month just by doing a few tweaks there, and that money can go off the mortgage. The other thing is, when you know what you're spending, if you've still got some problems, talk to your lender, seek some advice. The financial counselling is free. Financial advisors, lenders will be able to put you in touch with those, and just talk to your lender and let them know. And the other key thing is when you're paying off debt, pay off the highest interest rate first. It's pointless paying $100 extra off of your mortgage a week if you can do that, when you've got a credit card bill at 17%.
Good advice.
And you're paying interest on 17%. So you've really got to funnel all of your savings off those high interest debts, credit cards, store cards, even then personal loans. Save the mortgage till last. We all want to pay our mortgage off faster, but leave that until you've got those higher interest debts covered first.
Fantastic advice, Anthony, and as always, an absolute pleasure to have you with us. And I hear you've got a Twitter account at Your Money.
Yes, we have. Yep, you can get in touch with us via that whenever you want.
Okay, and thanks very much for being on the show again, Anthony.
No worries, thank you, Anthony.
Okay, and that nearly wraps up the show, but let's go and have a look at some hot properties and we'll catch you next week.
Well, that's all we have time for on today's show. Remember, we hold our property inspections rain, hail or shine. So if you're currently in the market, make sure you attend some of our opens on the weekend. Next week, we have one of South Australia's finest in North Adelaide, unbeatable location and sleek design. You won't want to miss this one. So we'll see you next week, Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on Toop TV. But for now, here are some more hot properties.